Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of Game Rants. Now, in this episode, I'll be talking about a game that probably a good bit of you know. Uh, it's called Cuphead. Now, I'm gonna be frank with you. See, on this episode, I was planning to have a friend of mine from school, his name's Cole, and I was gonna plan to have him on as a guest, so we could both talk about it. But unfortunately, he had some personal problems to deal with, so he couldn't make it. So I'll just be talking about it myself. I hope you guys are alright with that. But anyway, let me get on with the game we talk about. So Cuphead, it's set in a cartoon world, right? Like a 90s or like 80s cartoon world, right? And basically, the main characters are these two little twin brothers. Well, not twin brothers, but brothers. Their names are Cuphead and Mugman. Now, the reason why they are called Cuphead and Mugman is because, well, they have cups for heads. Pretty normal. And basically, they lived under the watchful eye of this man named the Elder Kettle. Now, unfortunately, they decided to wander a little bit too close. Far from their house, and they stumbled to the Devil's Casino. They literally gambled with the devil. Yeah, that's the whole thing. And they accidentally lost their souls to it. And basically, in order to get their souls back, they have to be the devil's lackeys, I guess you could say, and get soul contracts from a bunch of people that denied signing. And that's the whole thing, pretty much. You have to go around and fight bosses. It's basically a 2D platformer, but the game is also a rage game. And for those who don't know, rage games are designed to make you rage, get mad. Uh, so if you put someone like me, someone who plays a lot of competitive games, yeah, I got pretty mad. I got pretty mad. But the game's really good. Uh, Basically, you start off in one of three worlds, and you have to fight all the bosses in that world to go to the next one. Now, each world's bosses get harder and harder the more you progress. But it's pretty good. I can tell you the name of a few bosses in the first, second, and third aisle. Well, I say names, but I can't really remember their names. I believe there's this one that I think is called the Root Pack. And basically, it's just three big vegetables. Yep. It's a cartoon game. What do you expect? There's this other one called Cagney Carnation. And their thing is just giant angry flower, to be blunt. Next is the second world. They get a little bit weirder. There's this candy princess in a living ice cream castle, and at the end of the boss fight, uh, you have to defeat the castle itself, which is pretty interesting. I'm gonna skip the second world now and move on to the third. And there's this one ghost train, a haunted train that you have to fight. It's pretty interesting. Now, there's also, I forgot to mention about the main mechanics of the game. So basically, at the start of the game, you get a little tutorial. You can dash, which means you like. I can't explain it. It's like you go super fast in a straight line in like a short area, I guess you could say. To be very like rough with it. There's obviously double jump. You can double jump. And you also have this magic potion that allows you to go pew pew with your with your hand, like magic. I guess you could say bullets. Uh, but it's really good. Um, but here's the part that makes it angry. You only get 3 lives. Every time you get hit, you lose a life. 3 hits, you're out. That's the hard part. So, keep that in mind that you have to go through a lot of boss fights while only being able to get hit twice before getting down for the count. And plus, there's these supers that you can do. Like, there's little cards next to your health bar that slowly fill up, and once all 5 are there, you can do a huge attack that does like a ton of damage. But you can also use one of those cards to do like a, a semi powerful attack. Um, yeah, that's sort of it. Oh, right. I forgot to talk about the DLC. The DLC is actually just another world that adds more bosses, but it also has a little side story to it as well. But I'm pretty sure that's all about it. Uh, so if I had to give this out of a 10 scale, I'd probably give it 9.5, maybe even 10. It's pretty good. It's actually really good. A lot of people like it. If you want to play a rage game and try and have fun, while also getting angry at the same time, go ahead, be my guest, play the game. It's good. It's really, really good. So yeah, that concludes this episode of Game Rants. So I hope you have a wonderful day and peace out.